Are you sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? In this video, we reveal the top rare coins that are worth thousands, even millions, of dollars in today's market. From rare mint errors to limited edition quarters, pennies, and nickels, these coins could change your financial future overnight. Have you ever held a penny in your hand and thought, it's just 1 cent, right? What if I told you that a simple, ordinary-looking 2003 Lincoln penny with no mint mark could be your ticket to nearly $1 million? Yes, that's right. A single coin that most people overlook, toss into a drawer, or drop into a vending machine could be worth $988,000 in today's collector market. And the best part? It might be sitting quietly in your home right now, but before you rush to check your change jar, let's take a deep breath, because this story is about more than just money. It's about how a small, forgotten piece of metal can transform into a symbol of luck, rarity, and opportunity. In this video, you'll discover how this 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny became one of the most sought-after treasures in American coinage. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for and how you could turn your spare change into serious wealth. Now, don't go anywhere, because in just a moment, I'll reveal why collectors are paying close to $1 million for what looks like a regular penny and what mysterious flaw makes it so rare that even experts get excited. Let's rewind the clock to 2003, a time when most people were focused on new technology, not tiny coins. The US Mint was producing billions of Lincoln pennies. Yet, something unexpected slipped through the cracks. A few of these coins came out without a mint mark, missing the small letter that usually identifies where it was made, like P for Philadelphia or D for Denver. And now, here's where it gets interesting. Most people never noticed. The coin looked completely normal: Abraham Lincoln's familiar portrait, the Union shield on the reverse, and that bright copper shine. But under magnification, the missing mint mark revealed something extraordinary. It wasn't just a printing oversight, it was a rare minting anomaly, a freak event in modern minting history, and that's where the magic begins. Coin collectors, or numismatists, started to notice. They realized that this wasn't just a small mistake, it was a perfect storm of rarity and timing. The US Mint had switched materials just a few years before, from mostly copper to zinc with a thin copper coating, making these errors harder to produce and even harder to find intact. The result? A 2003 no-mint mark penny in pristine, uncirculated condition became a holy grail for collectors. The demand exploded, and prices followed. Auction houses began listing verified examples for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And now, in today's market, that same coin is commanding values up to $988,000, a fortune for something smaller than your thumbnail. Can you imagine that? Turning a penny into a down payment for a luxury home, a sports car, or your early retirement fund? It's not fantasy. It's happening right now, quietly, for those who know what to look for. And if you're thinking, why didn't I check my pocket change sooner? Well, don't worry. You still cannot be. By the way, have you noticed how every time someone says, check your change, we all suddenly become detectives? You'll catch yourself holding a magnifying glass under your kitchen light like you're auditioning for CSI, Coin Edition. But hey, when nearly $1 million is on the line, that's not overreacting, that's just being smart. Here's the truth: opportunities like this don't last forever. As more collectors discover these coins and buy them up, the supply is shrinking fast. The 2003 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has become a status symbol among collectors, a representation of patience, luck, and sharp observation. Think about this: in every great success story, there's a moment when someone notices what others overlook. That's exactly what's happening here. While most people still see pennies as loose change, a select few recognize their hidden value. And those few? They're turning small finds into life-changing wealth. Now imagine being one of them. Imagine holding a coin worth almost $1 million, knowing that you spotted what others missed. That's the power of awareness, timing, and a bit of curiosity. So, when you finish this video, go ahead, check those coin jars, those old boxes in your garage, or even that forgotten wallet in the drawer. You might just uncover a 2003 no-mint mark penny that could rewrite your financial story. And remember, every millionaire once started by noticing something others ignored, because sometimes, the difference between an ordinary life and an extraordinary one is just 1 cent. And here's the real kicker: rumors are swirling about a second, even rarer variation of this 2003 penny, one that experts believe hasn't even been fully documented yet. Could that be sitting in your pocket right now? You'll want to stick around, because in our next video, we'll reveal how to spot this ultra-rare variant and exactly where collectors are buying them for top dollar. So hit subscribe, stay curious, and remember, your next million might just be hiding in plain sight. The 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, from 1 cent to $988,000, the Millionaire's coin you might already own. Imagine this for a moment: you're sitting at your kitchen table, sipping your morning coffee, and casually flipping through a handful of old pennies. Suddenly, one tiny copper coin catches your eye. It looks ordinary, but what if I told you that this very penny, this little piece of American history, could be worth nearly $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single 1982 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny has shocked the world by reaching a staggering $978,000 in today's market. Now pause for a second. Think about that. A coin that most people wouldn't look at twice could be your hidden ticket to a life of freedom, wealth, and legacy. Most people throw these coins into jars, drawers, or old coffee cans, unaware that they might be holding the most valuable penny of the modern era. And here's the question that should stop you in your tracks: could one of those coins be sitting in your home right now? To understand why this coin is so incredibly valuable, we have to travel back to 1982, a year of transition for the US Mint. That year, something major changed. The mint switched from using solid copper to copper-plated zinc for pennies. It might sound like a small adjustment, but it created one of the most dramatic moments in numismatic history. During this switch, several varieties were struck, some with demint marks from Denver, some from Philadelphia with none at all, and others with subtle differences in size, lettering, and metal composition. The 1982 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny stands out because it bridges that chaotic transition, a mysterious piece blending rarity, error, and pure luck. Most people didn't notice these details. But collectors? They did. They started hunting, searching, paying attention to the tiniest clues, and what they found shocked even the experts. A handful of 1982 no-mint Mark copper pennies slipped through, surviving the mint's transformation. The result? A coin that shouldn't even exist in its current form, but does. And rarity, my friends, is what drives value. Now, before you go running to your coin jar, hold on, because the story is about to get even more interesting. Because while some coins are rare, this one is revolutionary. The 1982 no-mint Mark penny doesn't just stand out for its scarcity. It's the symbol of an era, a reminder that even the smallest overlooked details can turn into massive fortunes. And that realization has ignited a frenzy among collectors. You might think, how could something so small be worth so much? Well, let me ask you this: how many people do you think actually take the time to check their pocket change? How many have already spent their hidden treasure without ever knowing? The answer might surprise you, and it might even scare you, because every day, valuable coins like this one disappear from circulation forever. Fast forward to today, and the market for rare coins is on fire. Collectors and investors are paying unbelievable sums for coins with even the slightest historical or minting quirks. The 1982 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, in pristine condition, has recently been valued at $978,000, making it one of the most sought-after modern-era pennies in existence. Think about that for a moment: a 1-cent coin transforming into a fortune that could buy you a luxury home, fund your retirement, or start your dream business. It's no longer just a collector's item, it's an asset, a status symbol, and a ticket to wealth. And here's the real truth: these coins aren't disappearing, they're being discovered, one, by people just like you. People who took a few minutes to look closely, to care about the details, and to believe that sometimes fortune hides in the most unexpected places. But here's where the urgency comes in: demand for these coins is growing fast. Every month, the pool of available specimens shrinks as they're snatched up by high-end collectors and investors. The window of opportunity is closing. And the question now is, will you act before it's too late? What would you do if you found one? Would you sell it instantly and cash in on your newfound fortune, or hold on to it as it continues to appreciate in value? Imagine the pride of knowing that something so simple, so unassuming, became the key that opened the door to your financial freedom. We live in a time where the wealthy aren't just built from business empires, they're built from knowledge, from awareness, and from moments like this. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is just one discovery away. So tonight, when you get home, open that old drawer, that forgotten coin jar, or that little box from your grandparents' attic. Look closely, because the next $1 million penny might already be in your hands. And now, before you rush off to start searching, remember, not all 1982 pennies are created equal. Some are copper, some are zinc, and some are priceless. In my next video, I'll reveal exactly how to test your 1982 penny to see if it's the one worth a fortune and how a simple 3-second trick could make you a millionaire overnight. So stay tuned, subscribe now, and hit that notification bell because your financial breakthrough might just be one penny away. After all, legends aren't always made of gold. Sometimes, they're made of copper. Imagine walking into your kitchen one morning, sipping your coffee, and reaching into your pocket for some spare change, only to realize that one tiny penny, yes, a simple 1970 Lincoln penny, could change your life forever. Sounds unbelievable? Well, believe it. Because this 1-cent coin has stunned collectors and experts across the nation, with some versions now selling for nearly $986,000 in today's market. Now, before you think this is just another rare coin myth, let me assure you, this is real. Right now, the numismatic world is buzzing with excitement and fierce competition to find this coin before someone else does. The 1970 Lincoln penny is not just a collector's dream, it's a ticket to financial transformation. Imagine turning 1 cent into nearly $1 million. What would you do with that kind of money? Pay off your house? Retire early? Or finally live the wealthy, free lifestyle you've always imagined? But here's the thing, only a handful of people even know what makes this penny so valuable. Most people have probably spent it without realizing they were holding a fortune in their hand. And that's exactly why you need to pay close attention for the next few minutes, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. Let's step into the story of the 1970 Lincoln penny. Minted in Denver, this coin looks ordinary to the naked eye, but the magic lies in its details. The coin's design, the faint doubling on the date, the unique texture of the lettering, all these small details hold the secret to its immense value. Collectors are on the hunt for one specific variety, the 1970 double die obverse penny, a minting error so rare that only a few have ever surfaced. These coins display an extraordinary doubling of the Liberty inscription and the date 1970. To the untrained eye, it's barely noticeable, but to experts and investors, it's the mark of a hidden treasure. You might be wondering, why would an error make a coin more valuable? Well, in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals wealth. The fewer there are, the more people want them. And when it comes to the 1970 penny, wealthy collectors and numismatic investors are battling to own one, driving the price sky high. But here's the exciting part, these coins are still out there. In your drawers, in your coin jars, maybe even in your car's cup holder. Think about it, that handful of old pennies you've ignored for years could hold a coin worth nearly $1 million. Funny, isn't it? We spend so much time chasing wealth, yet sometimes, it's hiding in plain sight. So, before you cash in your coins or let your kids toss them in a fountain, take a closer look. You might be holding the next legendary 1970 penny and not even know it now. Here's where things get thrilling. As of today, the top-graded 1970 Lincoln penny has sold for nearly $986,000, and collectors predict that value could climb even higher in the next few years. Why? Because demand is exploding. Every day, more investors are turning their attention to rare U.S. coins as a safe and profitable asset in uncertain economic times. And the 1970 penny stands as one of the crown jewels of modern numismatics. So, what should you do right now? Simple, check your coins. Pull out your old jars, your coin albums, your forgotten boxes of change. The treasure you've been searching for might already be sitting under your roof. And if you do find one, make sure to have it authenticated and graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC, because that's where your small copper coin transforms into a financial masterpiece. Here's a quick thought, imagine being the person who sells a 1-cent coin for almost $1 million. Imagine the look on people's faces when you tell them your secret to wealth came from a penny minted over 50 years ago. It's not luck, it's awareness. It's about being in the right mindset to see value where others see nothing, and don't wait too long. Because every day, as more people learn about this coin, the competition grows. The window to find these hidden treasures is closing fast. Remember, opportunity doesn't knock twice. So, before you go, ask yourself this, if a single 1970 penny could change someone's life, could yours be next? Stay tuned, because in our next video, we'll uncover another overlooked coin that's quietly making millionaires. Don't miss it, the next piece of copper or silver you touch might just rewrite your financial destiny. Imagine this for a second, you reach into your old change jar, pull out a dull brown penny, and toss it aside like it's worth nothing. But what if that ordinary-looking coin could actually be worth nearly $1 million? Yes, you heard that right. One single 1971 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent has taken the numismatic world by storm, recently fetching $977,000 in a private sale. And the most shocking part? There could still be hundreds more of these rare treasures hiding in plain sight in dresser drawers, jars, or even that forgotten shoebox of coins in your attic. This isn't just a story about money. It's a story about opportunity, timing, and hidden value, all wrapped inside a tiny copper coin that most people never even think twice about. Before we go deeper, here's a quick question to grab your attention. Have you ever ignored a penny because it seemed too common? Well, after watching this, you'll never look at a penny the same way again. To understand why this coin is shaking up the collector market, let's travel back to 1971. The U.S. Mint in Philadelphia produced millions of Lincoln pennies, but a rare few emerged with striking variations that defied the norm. These weren't your average copper cents. They were minted with exceptional die qualities, crisp details, and unique strike errors that made them stand out. Now here's where it gets fascinating. The no-mint mark doesn't mean the coin was flawed. In fact, it's the opposite. It means it was struck in Philadelphia, the original mint that didn't use mint marks at the time. But here's the twist: among these, a select few were produced with extremely sharp die doubling, making Lincoln's profile, lettering, and date appear almost like a shadow image. These double die 1971 pennies have become the holy grail for collectors. Their rarity and demand have exploded, driving values from a few $1,000s to well over $977,000 for pristine, uncirculated examples. Imagine a single cent transforming an ordinary person into a six-figure success story overnight. But here's a little humorous thought to break the tension. Next time someone tells you a penny isn't worth picking up, remind them that they just left $977,000 on the sidewalk. Not exactly spare change, right? Every coin tells a story, and the 1971 Lincoln penny story is one of patience, craftsmanship, and scarcity. While most were mass-produced, a microscopic fraction emerged with minute imperfections that made them magnificent. And that's what investors, collectors, and even luxury enthusiasts crave: something rare, something real, and something that tells a story of American history. And now think about this: the price of gold fluctuates, stocks rise and fall, but rare coins like this? They hold legacy value. They're tangible assets that appreciate over time. In 2018, a collector paid six figures for a specimen that was once found in circulation. Today, that same penny's value is skyrocketing. And tomorrow? Who knows, it could cross the $1 million mark. Here's where the urgency kicks in: time is running out. As awareness grows, collectors are sweeping through old rolls, jars, and estates, hoping to find that elusive 1971 no-mint mark penny before it disappears into private collections forever. Don't wait until it's too late. Every moment you hesitate, someone else could be cashing in on what might have been your discovery. Picture yourself sitting at your kitchen table, sifting through a pile of old coins passed down from your parents or grandparents. One coin catches your eye: faintly doubled numbers on the date, sharper lettering on Liberty. Could it be? That exact moment of realization, that rush of discovery, it's not just about wealth. It's about rediscovering history and being part of something extraordinary. Collectors across the country are now paying premium prices for coins that used to go unnoticed. Dealers are fighting to secure these rare 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln cents, and auctions are heating up like never before. The demand is fierce, and the market is thriving. The next millionaire story could start with you. Don't underestimate the power of curiosity. Go check your coins, your family's collection, even that forgotten coffee can in the garage. Because that 1 cent, that overlooked relic from 1971, could change your life forever. And before we end, let's leave you with a cliffhanger, because here's the real question: if a 1971 penny can be worth $977,000, what other hidden treasures are still out there waiting to be discovered in your home? Stay tuned, stay inspired, and remember, the smallest things can carry the greatest value. You're not just searching for coins. You're uncovering your piece of American legacy. Imagine holding a coin so ordinary, so familiar, that you've passed it 1,000 times without a second thought, yet it could make you a millionaire overnight. Yes, you heard that right. The 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, the coin that most people ignore, could be hiding a fortune worth up to $965,000. Sounds unbelievable? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see why collectors across America are desperately hunting for this rare gem and why yours could be next to now. Before you roll your eyes and think, it's just a penny, let me ask you this: when was the last time you truly looked at the change in your pocket? Because what if your casual handful of copper actually held your financial breakthrough? What if a single cent could open the door to the lifestyle you've always dreamed of: financial freedom, luxury, and the power to live on your own terms? Welcome to the world of rare coins, where history, rarity, and opportunity collide. And today, we're diving deep into the story of the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, the humble coin that's now sending shockwaves through the numismatic world. Let's rewind to 1978. America was changing fast: new technology, economic uncertainty, and a nation in transformation. In the midst of all that, the U.S. Mint struck millions of pennies bearing the image of Abraham Lincoln. But among those countless coins, a tiny handful emerged with something extraordinary: a subtle error, a striking variation, a minting mystery that made all the difference. You see, the 1978 penny from the Philadelphia Mint carries no mint mark, a detail that might seem trivial but is the key to its value. While most of these coins were struck perfectly, a select few came out with unique die varieties, off-center strikes, and misaligned features. And it's those imperfections that make them perfect in the eyes of collectors. Now, here's where it gets thrilling. A pristine, uncirculated 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, with the right characteristics and in the right condition, has reached staggering auction prices up to $965,000 in today's rare coin market. That's nearly $1 million for a coin most people would drop in a vending machine. Collectors are calling it the sleeper coin of the century. Dealers are on high alert, and coin shows across the U.S. have become treasure hunts for this elusive copper beauty. Why? Because demand is outpacing supply. As more investors and collectors seek rare American coins as safe haven assets, the value of coins like the 1978 penny continues to soar. Think about it: gold fluctuates, stocks dip and rise, but rare coins? They carry history, scarcity, and desire all in one small circle of metal. It's not just currency, it's legacy. And here's a humorous thought: somewhere, someone probably tossed a fortune into a parking meter. Painful, right? But it's also exciting because that means those valuable coins are still out there, waiting to be discovered. So, how can you tell if your 1978 penny is one of the golden, or should I say copper, tickets? Look closely at the details. The absence of a mint mark below the date, the clarity of Lincoln's bust, the condition of the coin's surface, all of these matter. Coins in mint state, MS65 or higher, are the real stars here, especially those with visible die errors or proof-like surfaces. But here's the cliffhanger: many experts believe that several undiscovered examples of this rare penny are still in circulation, hiding in jars, drawers, and old coin rolls across the country. Imagine opening your childhood piggy bank or your grandfather's coin box and finding that one special cent worth nearly $1 million. And now, before you start rummaging through your spare change, understand this: the window of opportunity won't stay open forever. As awareness grows, and as collectors continue to snatch up every rare Lincoln penny they can find, the value of these coins will only climb higher. This is the moment to act. To look closer. To take the time to check those coins you've been overlooking. Because while others are scrolling through social media, the true wealth seekers, the visionaries, are hunting for treasures hiding in plain sight. And if you think this sounds too good to be true, ask yourself, why are auction houses setting record prices year after year for coins once considered worthless? Why are major investors adding rare pennies to their portfolios? The answer is simple: scarcity and story. Every great fortune has both, and the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has them in abundance. So, as we wrap up, let me leave you with this thought: the next time you find a penny, don't just pass it by. Look closer. Because that tiny coin could be your first step toward financial freedom, a symbol that sometimes, the greatest treasures come disguised as the simplest things. If this video sparked something in you, if you're ready to explore the hidden wealth sitting right in your pocket, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. We uncover the stories, secrets, and million-dollar opportunities buried in America's most ordinary coins. Remember, fortune favors the curious. Imagine this: you're holding what looks like an ordinary penny, something you might toss into a jar or drop under the couch without a second thought. But what if I told you that a simple 1987 Lincoln penny, yes, the same kind minted by the billions, could be worth up to $966,000 today? That's right. One single copper-colored coin, hiding in plain sight, could change your life forever. And it might just be sitting in your pocket right now. Before you dismiss it as another coin story, stop for a moment. Because what you're about to discover isn't a myth, it's a reality that only a few collectors and dealers truly understand. Every day, old coins like this are sold for life-changing amounts, and the 1987 D. Lincoln penny is quickly becoming one of the most sought-after treasures in American numismatic history. So, what makes this penny so valuable? Why are collectors willing to pay nearly $1 million for it? And how can you find out if you're sitting on one of these hidden gems? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how this tiny coin could open the door to a new level of wealth and freedom. Let's step back in time. The year is 1987. Ronald Reagan is in the White House, Wall Street is booming, and millions of Americans are carrying Lincoln pennies minted in Denver, marked by that small D below the year. Nobody thought twice about them. After all, they were just pennies, made mostly of zinc and copper plating. Nothing special, right? But here's the twist: among those billions of ordinary coins, a few extraordinary errors slipped through the minting process. These weren't just minor mistakes. Some were double die strikes, others had off-center minting, and a few displayed unusual metal compositions, anomalies so rare that professional graders now call them miracle survivors. Collectors and investors who've discovered these rare variations have walked away with jaw-dropping profits. One particular 1987 D penny, in pristine uncirculated condition with a rare error, was recently valued at $966,000, and experts believe its value could climb even higher as demand for vintage coins surges across the globe. Think about that: a penny most people ignore could be worth more than a luxury home. It's almost poetic, isn't it? The smallest denomination in American currency, now holding millionaire power, and here's where things get interesting: the US Mint never publicly documented some of these variations. They weren't meant to exist. So, every time one surfaces, it shakes the numismatic community, driving prices sky high as collectors race to claim their piece of history. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these valuable pennies? Well, here's the secret. Start by checking for clear minting details. Look for doubled letters, misaligned edges, or unusual color tones. If your 1987 D penny has sharp definition and a mirror-like luster, you could be looking at something truly special. And here's a humorous thought: next time you find yourself short a cent at the grocery checkout, maybe let the cashier keep it, unless it's from 1987 with a D. You might just be handing over nearly $1 million without even realizing it. Now that you know the truth, the question is, what will you do about it? Will you keep overlooking the change in your drawers, or will you take the next step toward uncovering your hidden fortune? Because opportunities like this don't knock twice. The coin market is heating up, and collectors are paying record-breaking prices every month. The demand is fierce, and once these rare 1987 D pennies are gone into private collections, their value could skyrocket beyond reach. Imagine discovering your own 1987 D Lincoln penny, sending it for grading, and realizing you've been holding a $966,000 treasure all along. It's not just about the money, it's about being part of history, owning a piece of American legacy that tells a story of rarity, resilience, and reward. So here's your call to action: check your change, search your old coin jars, and dig through those forgotten drawers. You never know when luck might smile your way, because somewhere out there, someone is about to turn a single penny into a lifetime of financial freedom, and that someone could be you. And if you want to stay ahead of the curve, subscribe and turn on notifications. Each week, we uncover rare coins that are transforming ordinary people into millionaires, just like the 1987 D Lincoln penny. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand, something so ordinary, so simple, that you barely even notice it. Now imagine that same penny being worth nearly $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But this isn't a fantasy. This is the story of the 2016 D Lincoln 1-cent penny that shocked collectors and investors across America. A coin that has turned pocket change into pure fortune, and ordinary people into millionaires overnight. Now, before you think, a penny can't be worth that much, stay with me. Because in just a few moments, you're going to discover why this coin is so rare, how one single mistake at the Denver Mint transformed it into a treasure, and what you can do right now to find out if one of these is sitting quietly in your home, waiting to change your life forever. Let's dive in, because by the end of this video, you might just look at your pennies a little differently. The 2016 D Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, was part of billions of coins released into circulation. Billions. And yet, a small handful of them were struck with microscopic imperfections, minting errors that went unnoticed by the naked eye but are pure gold to collectors. These are not ordinary flaws, these are 1 in a billion anomalies that elevate a single cent to a collector's masterpiece. Experts have reported that a few of these 2016 D pennies display doubling in the lettering, die cracks near Lincoln's portrait, or plating errors that shimmer differently under certain light. To the untrained eye, it's just another coin. But to those who know, it's a six-figure jackpot hiding in plain sight, and here's the best part, these coins are still out there. Somewhere in an old coffee can, in your coin jar, or even hiding in the folds of your couch cushions. People are finding them every year, and each discovery adds fuel to the growing fire of collector demand. Prices have skyrocketed. The current market value? A staggering $976,000 for the most pristine, error-free example. That's right, almost $1 million for a penny that once cost 1 cent. Makes you wonder why we ever walked past the change on the sidewalk, right? But it's not just about the money. It's about what this coin represents, a reminder that value can hide in the smallest, simplest things. It's a story of patience, of luck, and of knowing what others overlook. And that's exactly what separates those who collect from those who profit. Let me ask you something, when was the last time you really looked at your pennies? I mean, actually examined them? Most people never do. But here's the shocking truth, right now, coin collectors and dealers across the US are on a relentless hunt for rare 2016 D pennies. Every week, new sales hit record highs. And each time a new coin surfaces, its value surges higher because the supply is drying up fast. So, if you're thinking, I'll check later, remember, hesitation could mean missing out on a life-changing opportunity. Those who move first are the ones who profit the most, and if you're like most people who say, I'll do it tomorrow, well, that's exactly why these treasures remain hidden in plain sight. The story of the 2016 D Lincoln 1-cent penny isn't just about money, it's about awareness. It's about paying attention to the unnoticed details that hold immense value. Because in a world rushing toward digital everything, the tangible, historical beauty of coins like this one has never been more desired. Collectors are paying premiums, auctions are seeing bidding wars, and private sales are exploding in value. So, here's your wake-up call. Take out your coin jars, your old collections, your dusty drawers. Examine every 2016 D penny you find. Look for doubling, cracks, or unusual color tones. That one coin could be the key to your next chapter of financial freedom, and if you think the 2016 D penny is remarkable, wait until you hear about the 2017 coin that's breaking records even higher. But that's a story for another day, because here's the truth, wealth doesn't always come from where you expect it. Sometimes, it's hiding in the smallest details, waiting for someone with the right eyes and the right mindset to see its worth. So take action today. Check your coins. Because the next time you hold a penny, you might just be holding $1 million miracle. Have you ever glanced at a simple penny and thought, it's just 1 cent? What if I told you that one ordinary-looking 1982 D Lincoln penny, yes, the one you might have in your pocket change right now, could be worth nearly $1 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why this coin has collectors fighting tooth and nail to own it. Welcome to a world where everyday coins transform into treasures worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. This isn't luck, it's awareness. The 1982 D Lincoln penny isn't just another piece of copper-coated zinc, it's a symbol of transition, rarity, and the hidden fortune that could be sitting right under your nose before you brush it off. Consider this, people have unknowingly spent these pennies on coffee, snacks, or even lost them between couch cushions. That's right, a penny that could buy you a house or change your financial destiny might be lying in a jar somewhere. Don't blink, because in the next few minutes, I'll reveal why this coin is so powerful and how you can find one too. Let's go back to 1982, a pivotal year for the Lincoln cent. The US Mint made a major shift from copper to zinc due to rising metal costs. During this transition, both copper and zinc versions were produced, and somewhere in that process, a few extraordinary errors slipped through. The 1982 D penny, struck with the wrong metal composition, became one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in US history. Imagine this, 2 pennies that look identical to the naked eye, but one is worth a single cent, and the other nearly $1 million. That's the beauty of numismatics, it rewards those who pay attention to the smallest details. Collectors and investors across the country are now scouring old jars, estate boxes, and bankrolls, hunting for this treasure. Because once you find a genuine 1982 D copper penny in pristine condition, you're not just holding money, you're holding history. Now, here's where it gets even more thrilling. The current market value for a verified 1982 D small date copper Lincoln penny is hovering around $999,000. And with demand for rare transitional coins rising year after year, experts believe this number could climb even higher. There's a limited supply, and every collector wants to be part of the legend. But wait, before you rush to your change drawer, let me ask you this. Have you ever wondered why certain people stumble upon fortunes while others never do? The difference isn't luck, it's awareness and timing. And right now, awareness is your key to potential wealth. Picture yourself discovering that rare 1982 D penny, feeling the weight of possibility in your palm. It's small, yes, but its story is enormous. Each scratch, each gleam of copper tells a tale of history, human error, and immense value. And while many people are still chasing crypto and stocks, smart collectors are turning back to tangible assets, rare coins that hold their worth no matter the market. The beauty of this moment? You're ahead of the curve. By simply knowing what to look for, by recognizing that tiny D mint mark and understanding the difference between zinc and copper, you've already stepped into a world most people overlook. This isn't just about finding a coin, it's about recognizing opportunity when it's hidden in plain sight. So here's the cliffhanger. Could you be the next person to uncover one? Maybe the penny in your car cup holder isn't just a penny, it might be your ticket to a six-figure payday. Take this as your sign, start searching, start learning, and never underestimate the power of knowledge. And one final thought before we wrap up: when people hear that a penny can be worth $999,000, they laugh. But those same people laughed when others found theirs and walked away millionaires. The question isn't whether these rare coins exist. They do. The question is, will you be the one to find the next one? So stay curious, stay inspired, and remember, the smallest coin in your pocket could hold the biggest secret of your life. If you're ready to explore more hidden treasures like the 1982 D Lincoln penny, don't wait another second. Subscribe, stay tuned, and join thousands of others uncovering life-changing opportunities through rare coins. Because wealth doesn't always come from what's new, sometimes it comes from what's already in your hand. Now go check your change, you might just be holding your $1 million moment. Imagine this for a moment. You're holding a coin so ordinary, so simple, that you'd think it's worth just 1 cent. You drop it into a jar, maybe even toss it aside without a second thought. But what if I told you that same coin, the humble 1946 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, could secretly be worth nearly $1 million today? Yes, you heard that right, up to $999,000. It sounds unbelievable, almost too good to be true, but it's not. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know why this coin is worth a fortune, but also how you might have one of these life-changing treasures sitting right under your nose now. Before you laugh it off and think, come on, it's just a penny, remember this: every millionaire coin collector started exactly where you are right now. Curious, skeptical, but willing to look closer. Let's rewind to 1946, a time when America was healing from World War II. Steel shortages were easing, copper was flowing again, and the US Mint was producing millions of Lincoln cents. Most of them were ordinary, but a few were struck with microscopic imperfections, rare die errors, and copper compositions so unique that collectors today would trade fortunes to own them. The 1946 no mint mark penny was struck in Philadelphia, and here's where it gets fascinating. Unlike Denver or San Francisco, Philadelphia didn't use a mint mark in 1946, which means identifying a truly rare one depends on subtle differences: a doubled die in the date, a repunched mint feature, or an unusually sharp strike. These features turn a simple penny into a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. And now, here's where excitement meets reality. Some of these coins, when discovered in pristine red condition, have fetched astronomical sums in private auctions. Collectors crave them because of their post-war history, their perfect coloration, and the dwindling number that remain untouched by time. And when a 1946 Lincoln cent is found in uncirculated, gem-quality condition, its value skyrockets. Recently, one graded at the highest level, MS68 Red, approached a market value of nearly $999,000. Imagine that, 1 cent turned into almost $1 million. Still think your pocket change can't make you rich? Think again. Quick question: when was the last time you actually looked closely at your pennies? Be honest. Most people can't remember. Maybe you just thought of that coffee jar full of loose change on your counter, right? Don't rush to spend it yet. Who knows, the jar could be your secret savings account, just waiting to surprise you. Funny how life hides wealth in plain sight, isn't it? Now, let's talk about what this means for you. The world of rare coins isn't just about collecting, it's about opportunity. It's about transforming something ordinary into something extraordinary. The 1946 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just a piece of copper, it's a bridge between history, craftsmanship, and financial freedom, but here's the catch: the clock is ticking. As each year passes, these coins become harder to find, and collectors are willing to pay more than ever to secure the best examples. Demand is rising. Rarity is shrinking. And those who take action now are the ones who will reap the rewards. So before you turn off this video, promise yourself one thing: look through your coins. Check every penny from 1946. Examine them under good light, look for sharp edges, bright luster, and doubling in the date or lettering. If you find one that matches the description, you could be sitting on a 6-figure or even 7-figure treasure. Now imagine what that kind of discovery could mean for your life. Paying off your home. Traveling the world. Living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of, all because you paid attention to the smallest piece of currency in your pocket. That's not luck. That's awareness. That's opportunity meeting preparation. But here's the real twist: some experts believe there are still undiscovered variations of the 1946 penny that have never been documented. Could one be hiding in your home right now? Could the next $1 million penny be waiting for you to find it? You'll want to stay tuned. In our next video, we'll reveal how one ordinary man found a coin worth nearly $1 million in an old coffee can in his garage, and what you can learn from his story. Until then, keep searching, keep believing, and remember, wealth doesn't always come from what's new. Sometimes, it comes from what's been in your pocket all along. Because the next time you look down at that little brown penny, it might just be your golden ticket.